Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 61 of Europa Universalis 4 as Spain. At the end of the last video we were just gearing up to go to war against France, and I think we've got a pretty good chance of pulling something off here. I do want to attack Britain again as soon as my truce with them is up, because I'd like, if possible, to try and, before the end of the game, fully vassalize them. And then we can integrate them, and then we'll get all of their colonial nations. Now, you'll have noticed when I clicked on England there, they are actually at war with France. France has declared war in the French-British colonial war, so most of what's going on is going on over here. And yeah, Britain's actually got some decent-sized colonial nations. This is probably the war that's going on right here. But yeah, if we can actually get Britain to be ours... Yeah, look at that. France is really chewing up Britain down here in their colonial wars. So let's use this as an opportunity to go to war with France. I did have a quick look at going to war with Bermanis, because I do want to go ahead and take some land there and feed it to Mysore. However, Bermanis have got 125,000 troops. They're not allied with anybody, but I've only got 30k down here. By the time I've shipped enough troops over to do anything, this war's... You know, I'm going to be missing out on a lot of opportunities. Also, at some point, I want to go to war with Mali as well, but that's not going to happen just yet. One step at a time. We can only do so much. So, let's consider what we can do against France. France are allied with the Ottomans and Congo. Clearly, we don't want to bring the Ottomans into this, but because they are allied with Congo, we can go ahead and declare on Congo directly. Now, that does mean that as France... France won't be a co-belligerent. We won't... it'll be more expensive to take stuff from them, certainly. Yeah, the Ottomans would still come in to protect them, unfortunately. Now, we could get Scandinavia to come in on a promise of land. And do you know what? I don't actually mind giving Scandinavia some land. I don't know what it is exactly that they want from them. But yeah, I'd quite consider doing that. The problem that I've got is... if I go to war with the Congo, that won't bring Scandinavia in. But I think that's going to be the best way of doing things. We'll go for the... show superiority is... No, they're both the same amount of aggressive expansion. Cost for all cores is cheaper with imperialism. So we're going to go for imperialism, although I don't know if it'll affect France because they're a secondary participant. Before we do start this, actually, there's one tiny little thing that I want to do, and it won't take very long, is I do want to just go ahead and grab a stack of troops and get them and put them over here somewhere, just in case France decides it's going to nip down here and start trying to attack Italy. Britain want access. I'm tempted to actually give it to them. Because if we give Britain access through our territory, that means France will have access through our territory. If France starts heading through our territory, and then we declare war, they're going to get black flagged, which will be fantastic. So, let's go ahead and get another leader just for this group. You don't have any siege, but that's fine. You're just going to be fighting wars for us. So, you're going to get on the transports, and they are the transports. Somebody did say I could upgrade them. And they're totally right. I always forget to upgrade the transports. I think it was actually Foundation Afro that mentioned it. I always forget to upgrade the transports because I'm always kind of like, well, what's the point really? They're just transports. It doesn't increase their capacity or anything. But yeah, it's not a bad idea to increase to upgrade the transports where possible. So we'll go ahead and do that. So should have enough troops down here to deal with the France. Let's go and upgrade these because we can easily afford it. We do have our heavies. We don't have any more. I think I was trying to build up to 30. But that is fine. I don't even know where the French fleet currently is. Let's go ahead and try and put our entire fleet together. Which includes all of the... trade fleets. We'll get them all repaired up. Yeah, I would have liked some more heavies. We've got a rebellion. Let's just actually go ahead and tell it to get up to 30. We might even get there. Let's go ahead and deal with this rebellion because we can. Nice to know that actually France have even managed to get some troops down here into British Mexico. Wow, France have... Maybe all of France's troops are just over here in British Mexico. Now, it is possible that our colonies, our colonial nations might get attacked. But that's fine. I'm just going to use this to our advantage and try and jump on France themselves. So all of the navy get out here, please. We are going to group you all up together. That is fine. And let's go and get things started. So we have a free diplomat, which is fine. We're going to go down here and declare war on you. We'll do the imperialism. Now, we are actually going to go and use this army to do some stuff. Let's get another one. We can go over the leader limit for a little while. This guy's got some siege and a lot of maneuver. So we are going to go and obviously do some damage to Congo because we do want to be able to... we do want to be able to win the war at some point, but France is going to be our main war goal here. So we are at war with La France. Well, we may be not straight the way, but we should be very soon. Yep, there we go. France are in the war. So let's use this opportunity to move in. We're going to move straight in with our 60 stack. We're going to use some of the 30 sets. Now, we want to be careful. We don't want to have the same issue that we had last time where France just come and rolled over me because I wasn't paying attention. So, as a result of that, I'm going to try not to pay too much attention to what's going on over in my colonies. That said, where we do have an opportunity... let's go ahead and take it, because there's definitely some French colonial lands that we can grab. And I'm just hoping that they're going to be too busy fighting with the... yeah, there's a few little ones getting in down here. I'm just hoping that they're going to be too busy fighting with the British to really deal with this. Looks like France's navy's just trying to blockade me up the top there. I'm fine with that. I am going to go ahead and send my... navy up there. If we can go ahead and sort of catch them out, then I'll definitely do that. You will find throughout this that I will be pausing and unpausing quite a bit. Obviously, I don't want any sort of nasty accidents where I'm not watching what I'm doing, so I do have to be really careful there. Who's got some siege? You've got 3 siege. You're actually going to go and move over here, and I'm going to swap these guys around. We'll have the people with some siege doing the sieging, you know. Pass the Abolition of Slavery Act. Reduces our missionary strength, but reduces technology cost. And decreases our tax, but increases stability, or reduces stability cost. The tax modifier we can take the hit. I think that's a fine one to take. We don't want the national unrest... That's fine. Right, okay, so we can use the rest of these troops to move in and grab more land. We need to take this fort, because with that fort there, we can't really move around and do anything anywhere else. We're kind of trapped in. We don't really have anywhere that we can go. A lot of our trade goods are suddenly changing because we've abolished slavery. So even though you lose some of your... Can we get to there? No. Even though you lose some of your tax, you get an extra group of more expensive trade goods. So it usually works out better in the long run. So, right, let's just have a little look at how things are going down here. We've managed to grab this one. Excellent. You have a fort there. You actually have noble rebels. We'll be taking them out for you, but we'll be grabbing your fort all the same. Oh, wow, that was just insta-wipe there. Yeah, we're not going to have any problems in taking Congo, I don't think. You will notice there'll be like 79 French ships down here. You guys aren't really doing anything. I don't know if there's any French lands you can really get to. You could probably go down here and sort of take that, I guess. I don't know where all of the French troops are down here, to be honest. Yeah, I don't care what you're sieging over here in French land. We don't have enough men there to siege, which I think is hilarious. But we can go ahead and siege some other stuff, I suppose. Like I said, I don't want to concentrate too much on what's going on up here, because I don't want to mess things up in France itself. Looks like we've sort of scared their navy off a little bit, so I'm going to keep moving around just to try and, like, just force them to back off. You don't have a leader, but we can get you there into that fort. Now, you probably can't reach... You can get there, actually. Might as well try and move people in where we can. Again, I don't want my people spread out so far that we can't actually deal with the French if they turn up. Let's go ahead and pay to get those wall breaches. Because that's really going to speed things up for us, especially on the ones where we don't actually have a leader. Looks like we won a battle somewhere. We actually caught their navy off guard there. So let's come back down here and sort of watch our own coast. We did take a little bit of damage. We've won the siege in Congo, which is not really a surprise. Let's just go ahead and march down and take their capital. I'm more interested in taking the stuff that's of value down there, just so that we can peace out when we need to peace out. The French ships aren't really a problem at the moment. You're another one where I wanted to go and pay for a wall breach. So we'll go ahead and do that one. There's their capital down already. Yeah, taking out Congo down here is going to take no time at all. How are things going down here? You do have a 15 stack, which is a little concerning. But at the same time... See, they're actually black flagged. Have France actually finished their war with England? Yes, or at least the 13 colonies have. That actually worked out quite well for us there. So again, I'm not too concerned about that. There's a little French navy trying to hide down here that we might be able to go and destroy. So I'm very aware that this guy doesn't have a siege leader. That's going to slow things down. Let's move this guy around here, and we can start to push forwards. We want to sort of move forwards in a line where we can. Somewhere else has come under the occupation of Spain. Was that the other place down here? No, not quite. Don't know where that was. Was it another... Yep, was another one of these. So we can just keep marching along and just take all of this stuff. Now then, France does have a tiny number of troops down here. But do you know what? They're not really going to be able to do anything. He's moving straight down here. I'm just going to turn around and head back and just kill him off. He's probably going to try and move these troops out. And he's going to fail. Okay, done what I said I wouldn't do there, which is sort of look away and unpause. Yeah, lots of little troops floating around. Again, I'm not terribly concerned by this. It'd be nice if we could take some of these territories, actually, but I think we'll leave that to our colonial nations if that's something they decide they want to get involved with. In the meantime, let's go down here and try and deal with this. And we might be able to grab some stuff. We certainly... Yeah, see, a lot of France's armies down here. France has got a 42k stack down here. And heaven knows what else they've got over this side. So, the French mainland at the moment is relatively unoccupied, which is really good. So we're going to go in and take what we can. So let's try and keep pushing forwards. Good, we've got this siege over here. This is an important one. This is one of the ones that we wanted to get quickly. So a little bit of a risk, but I am going to move up and start sieging out on the forts with the army that's got the siege general. We'll quarantine that one. Now this 60 stack, I'm quite happy to break him away from his siege when things start getting a little rough. You, of course, should go and colonise that, because there isn't much else for you to do. How are things going on down here? We have found a 8 stack from the Congo, but I think we'll be able to deal with those quite nicely. Yeah, still a lot of French units around. 42 stack there. We're going to siege that back. I'm not too bothered about moving into French La Plata. I think we'll leave our colonial troops to do that for us. I don't really want to get involved down there. The French have landed some troops, which we will go and take out. And yeah, we'll grab all of this. This will be nice and easy. Certainly, it looks like it will anyway. I could go ahead and split this army in half, and do you know what? I might as well. There's no point having the 60 stack there. They're just taking attrition, and they're not really getting anything done any quicker. So we won a battle there. Now, you don't actually have enough men to siege right now, so let's go ahead and just put another 30 stack in just to make sure you do. We've got a self-sustaining colony. Let's keep working on Australia while we're down here. This is Great Britain that was sharing this with at the moment. But again, if we do annex Great Britain, it'll all become ours, so I'm not too concerned about that right now. And we'll keep moving up and trying to siege as much as France as possible. Again, we could just go ahead and pay for that wall breach, which we probably will. I honestly don't think that France has any... I honestly don't think that France has any units at all in mainland France. They certainly don't seem to have. Let's just go ahead and kill your army, because why not? You've got 2 more forts all the way over here. We'll definitely take this from France, just because it'll annoy them. So let's keep watching things over there. So I really didn't need this army here, but it was always a good idea to sort of have it around. So we've got Poitou. You can't actually get to there. So yeah, we're in a little bit of an issue at the moment where we are fort blocked in a couple of directions. Now you probably can't move there because of Maine. So we are going to have to go and try and grab that one. If we wanted to, we could call in Scandinavia. We really don't need to, so I think I'm just going to go and save that one. There's not really any point to calling them in. I very much doubt that they're going to help me in my war against the French mainland. They might help me against the colonial nations, but that'd be it really, so there's not really a lot of point to that at all. This place is now 100% occupied. We do want to sort of keep these troops down where we can. Yeah, there's that French 45 stack, which is probably going to win battles. I mean, let's be honest. The French have also got quite a few rebels in here, although it looks like we're dealing with the French rebels for them, which we don't really want to be, but that is what it is. So yeah, let's go and let's nip in and out. No, you can't get there either. I'm just trying to find ways where we can potentially get in and help with some of these sieges, but everyone's kind of stuck behind forts at the moment. So again, for the expense of a little bit of military power, going ahead and getting these wall breaches is definitely worthwhile. We don't want the peasant regiments, we'll spend the money. We've already got some potential rebel uprisings, but that is fine. So how are we doing here? All of these have wall breaches. We don't all have siege generals on them, which is what is slowing some of them down. There we go, we have a revolt over here. It's a little bit annoying, but you know what? We've actually got troops nearby, so that can be dealt with quite nicely. It would really be nice if we could grab some of this stuff. But with most of the French Navy being up here, it's a little bit difficult getting in. But yeah, all of this stuff should definitely be set to Florida's target. So if you guys can get down here, we probably won't be able to get access through Great Britain. Can we get through you? Probably not. Actually, you would give us military access, interestingly enough. We can't fight this army anyway because we're black flagged, so there's no point worrying about that. Siege of Avignon is over. So let's go and start moving down here. Hopefully more of these sieges will get done quickly as well. We are slightly over our relationship limit. Again, that's not really an issue. Where did I put my navy? That's okay. That's not okay. Actually, yeah, we've got to go and sort you guys out as well. That's fine. We can do that. There are some ships down there that we're not too bothered about. Let's go and march and take over another fort. It probably won't take long to get the call for peace in this war. I wouldn't have thought so anyway. There's our navy. Let's go and just bring you back over there. I mean, we could certainly go and try and take out the French ships. We could head on over to the New World with our navy. Right, there's a 46 French stack there in Brittany. And there's a 3k stack up there. So we can start to see that the French do have some army on their mainland. It's not a lot, but there is some here. So we're going to keep grabbing what we can down here. There is the battle against the rebels. Let's go ahead and just detach a siege and then march the rest of you over here. So France, the question is, are you actually going to come and try and take me on? You can't move in at the moment. Yeah, we need this fort to fall really before we can do much else. And we're taking occupations back. Not too sure if the French have got any other navies up here. I don't think they have, to be honest. Certainly can't see anything. They do keep blockading me in a few places. There's some low chances here, but none of them seem to be working out for us. We have one siege down here. Now then, these guys are also in this war as well. These guys are actually allied with France. I don't really want anything from them. Got a free decker. We got a flagship. Sure, let's get a 3-decker. So let's go ahead and take their other fort. We'll also knock these other guys out. And we've taken back control of that one. Fantastic. So why do I have this random 3-decker down here? We'll take it. Means I now have an uneven number of 3-deckers. We are building... Actually, it looks like we're building a fair few heavies still. Obviously, there was some being built that I'd forgotten about, so it doesn't matter. We'll add them to the fleet. We'll add their likeness to our own. Another conversion. Lose 10 prestige. We don't really want any Liberty Desire. We'll take the Diplo hit. That'll be fine, actually. Won some sieges. Very good. Now, this is what we want. We want to start winning these sieges. Actually, you've got siege value. You go over there. You move in up here. We still need for this one to fall. Disease outbreak didn't help. Let's go ahead and move in with the extra men. Got a double stack here that we don't need. So let's move you forward. And you've got to admit, France is getting pretty heavily sieged out right now. Our single heavy just ran into 2 French lights and absolutely mopped the floor with them. Excellent. We've won another battle down here. Now let's go ahead and attack these guys. Where's their capital even? Is that their capital there? Nope. Where is your capital? Well, we're going to take these guys out anyway. Just because we want to have them out of the war, essentially. One less person to worry about. We can march up there. You see, we're already very close to Paris. We definitely could go ahead and pay for some more wall breaches. And I certainly think that we should. Can you actually march straight into Paris from there? Yes, you can. Will that be enough for the French to actually come and try and do something? That you've got like a 1 stack, not really doing an awful lot around there. Now you guys are in this war, you could certainly be taking stuff out. I don't know why you're not really bothering. Whether you were just clearing up stuff that was being done. Looks like we did get some troops down there actually. Did I lose my... No, I didn't lose my army. They're down here. It looks like that France are actually going to get these guys unblack flagged. Which is a little bit annoying, but not too terrible. We're certainly in a very good position here. Don't have enough troops to siege out Paris, but if we move you in, we probably will. Again, it's worth paying for the wall breach. So let's go ahead and do that. We've lost an advisor, who's our Diplo guy. +3 trade efficiency, sure. Invest in a new technology, admin power. We are behind on admin and it'll give us more production efficiency. So let's go ahead and do that. We've won a battle over here. And you've actually just moved into the next province. So I'm going to move straight over and attack you. Now you're still black flagged, which is good. So I'm just going to stay here and recover a little. Let's keep our eye on what's going here. There's the French fleet, or what there is of it again. So Maine is now done. Let's go ahead and see if we can... Can't grab that one, but we can grab this. Did I accidentally click on the transports to move there? Because I don't want them to. No, you guys just stay docked up. You're not needed for this one, fellas. So the French are kind of stuck in Brittany. You guys, will you guys get out of this war? They take a white peace. Excellent. We do have a fair bit of war score against them. Let's get some war reps from them, and they don't have much money. They should be just for themselves. Yep. So you're out. Now I do get black flagged, but that's fine. If I return to controlled territory, that should go away. Yeah, so that 46 stack, why aren't you moving with it, France? You're just sort of sitting down there like you're a little bit scared. As we know, that's where their troops are. That's where we need to move forward to. I can actually get to that army, which is the interesting thing. I can actually reach them. And go over here and take this. Right, you're going to get unsieged because you're next to a fort, so that's fine. So let's keep you close by. Place is becoming under the control of France, which is fine. It just looks like stuff's just getting unsieged, really. There are some rebels down here. Now, that is problematic, but it is still stuff we can deal with. So I'm not too concerned about that. So we've got both of these. So France are nearly cooked at this current point. I mean, we wouldn't want to take too many provinces from them simply because there's a limit to how many we can take anyway based on war score. And that will give us quite a bit of aggressive expansion. Admittedly, most of it's with Great Britain and France, who we don't care about. But it'd cost 75 war score just to take that. And that would give us a fair bit of aggressive expansion. But that's probably what we'll take. But it is going to take us a little while to get there. We'll certainly need to take Paris before we have any chance of getting that. If we can grab something from their colonies, it'd be nice. Maybe grabbing Florida, or maybe at least grabbing this bit over here. That's quite possible. We might be able to grab this. But we'll be doing that in the next video because we have run out of time. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope you're still enjoying EU4 with Spain. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.